What's up, guys? Winter Kills. We're back with one of my all-time favorite decks, and that is Malefics. This deck is just absolute meta murder, and it is relatively cheap deck to build. So if you're looking for something that murders the meta, and that isn't being like Shaddoll, Burning Abyss, Clifforts, Infernoid, this deck has a great matchup against all of them, and it's been around for a while. And it still is one of those anti-meta decks that can just come around and slap those decks right in the face. I've done a couple anti-meta decks before in the past, such as like Herald of Ultimatus and stuff like that. But this deck definitely takes the cake. And it's definitely one of my favorites. I kind of love the playstyle of just being able to summon out these 4,000 beaters just by banishing a Cyber End out of your grave, like, at little to no cost. So obviously for the main monster lineup, you have your 3 Malefic Cyber End, 4,000 attack boss monster that you just summon out. Now with this card, you kind of want to like sit on it for a couple turns in your hand. You don't want to let your opponent know that you have it. You kind of want to set up a little bit, build a little card advantage, and keep this card in your hand until the very last moment when you drop it when your opponent least expects it. Next we're playing the 3 Malefic Stardust. This guy protects your field spells. So basically, while he's on the field, your field spells cannot be destroyed by card effect. And also, he has the same effect as any other Malefic, is that you just banish the Stardust and then you summon them. I like playing 3 just because I want to play a higher Malefic count. And yeah, I like playing 3. It's just a personal preference of mine. And it also increases your level 8 count, so you can play rank 8s in the extra deck. Next, we're playing the 3 Beast King Barbaros, which is standard in any Malefic deck. We have next the 3 Gravekeeper's Commandant, obviously to search your Necro Valleys. And a new addition of mine is 2 Cyber Dragon. Awesome card to be playing. It's an easy special summon and gives you a little more board presence when you're not just, every turn normal summoning a Barbaros, passing turn. You can save this and makes your limiter removals a little bit sweeter when you resolve them, because you got a lot more machines on field. Next, we're playing 3 Upstart Goblins for consistency, because this deck definitely needs that. Next, we have 2 Forbidden Dress. Decent card to be playing in here, so basically you won't lose your monster to like your Raigeki and stuff. Easy board clears, so it'll protect your stuff, which is nice. For field spells, we have 2 Mound of the Bound. Awesome card for Malefic Cyber End. Basically, it makes it so it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects since it's a level 10. And also, when it destroys monster by battle, your opponent takes an additional 1,000 damage. So it's an amazing, all-around amazing field spell to be playing in a deck like this. Next, we have 2 Necro Valley. Awesome card to be playing, especially with the Gravekeeper engine. And it's really relevant against the meta. And lastly, we're playing 1 Seal of Orichalcos. And for some of the one-offs, we have 1 Defissure, 1 Terraforming. I want to play just 1 because, like, sometimes you open up a lot of field spells, and other times you don't. And I just want to have that little one search card in there just in case. 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Limiter Removal, 1 DDR. Basically, when you go to summon a Malefic Cyber End, you banish one of these, or you banish a Stardust. This allows you to special summon that banished monster right back. So you have, a Cyber End and a Malefic Cyber End, or you have a Stardust and a Malefic Stardust, which is a win-win all around. Next, we have 3 Skill Drain for traps. Basically, a staple of this deck. It is called Malefic Drain after all. Next, we have our 3 copies of Dark Bribe. This basically protects all your field spells and all your skill drains from MSTs and such. Next, we have 3 Threatening Roar, a awesome tech of mine. So basically, this sometimes you don't open the best of this deck, I will admit that, because it's kind of cloggy with a lot of the cards you have to play in this deck. But this card definitely can, save you. And even if your opponent does find a way to get over your Malefic Cyber End at 4,000 attack, like a Construct or something, being able to stop that attack and your opponent not being able to do anything about it for that turn is awesome. Maybe that one turn you could, draw a card or something like that next turn you draw, you know, a Snatch Steal or something, or, you know, a Skill Drain, or a very, very crucial card you might need, such as like a limiter removal. And then lastly, for traps, we have 1 Compulse and 1 Macrocosmos to just kind of stick with that anti-meta theme. Because this deck, if it's going to main one card and do a good job with it, it's going to be Macrocosmos. And especially Skill Drain. So next, for the extra deck, we have our standard 3 Cyberend Dragon. Basically, you need this to even summon Malefic Cyberend. Same with Malefic Stardust, you do need to banish a Stardust. And rank 8s come up very, very little with this deck, so I'm only playing 2. 1 Heretic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, and of course the 1 Felgrand. It won't really matter, you don't really need to go into your extra deck too much for these guys, because like I said, you're making Skill Drain and stuff, so you don't really need those monsters, things like Felgrand and stuff. But yeah, went try to reboot the whole Malefic thing, and I was fooling around with the cards today and finally put the deck back together. So that is my most current update build for 2015. What are your thoughts on Malefics, guys? Let me know what you think, you know, how they fare against all the current meta these days. And yeah. What do you think they can do against all these current meta decks? And is it your favorite, you know, rogue meta murder deck? Because it's certainly mine. And if you have a favorite, you know, deck like that of yours, you can go and leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, so I'm gonna stop rambling on here. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. Support is always appreciated, guys. As always, we'll see you in the next video.